My name is Kyle Nelson, and I'm a church planner and pastor at Fathom Church here in Jacksonville. I didn't intend or ever want to, growing up, look at going in ministry or thinking about pastoring. I thought I was just going to be as a musician and play, coffee shops and clubs and bars, and thought that I was going to be a songwriter and singer and maybe a producer and stuff. And so I went to school and thought I started traveling and started recording and started doing that stuff. And everything I did, it wasn't as much fun as what I thought it was, and it didn't really fulfill me. And so anyway, I felt like God just kind of turned my direction towards this, and it was kind of like very much just the stress of my life just kind of peaked and all hit a point where I knew that He was doing something bigger, and it really just was all for the good, because it just kind of all made sense at once. And it's hard to say, it wasn't like a voice from heaven, but it was more just an instant kind of understanding about what I was to do and maybe what I've even been running from. So I think my first mission trip was to Mexico, and I grew up, hardworking, blue-collar, middle-class family, and great parents, had a good environment, pretty good schools. I tend to get myself in trouble, but good schools most of the time. And took this, I think this was maybe my first or second mission trip. I went to Mexico and was just really humbled just by the whole experience, and just a different culture in general is kind of new and kind of shakes you up a little bit, especially as a teenager. And there was this young girl that really we had all been prepping to give and serve in this community, and there was this little girl that was the pastor's daughter or something, and she made me this bracelet, and I didn't wear jewelry, and I'm a dude, but it was sort of like a fuchsia teal white bracelet, but it literally rocked my world, just to receive a gift when I really thought about going to give, and here I'm receiving and just being humbled by this little girl giving me this bracelet. And the story really came full circle. That I wore that bracelet for years and years and kept it for years and years since I was a teenager. And a few years ago, I was, I guess about 5 years ago now, I was in Peru wearing the bracelet, and I had a kid come up to me in the mission field and ask me for the bracelet. And it just broke me, and I took the bracelet off and gave it to him. It was just so full circle how much that one small gift impacted my life and someone in a completely different part of the world later on. So I really want to, this is way before I retire, I realized that I've gotten a lot closer to touching all the continents. So I actually, by the time I'm 30, I want to touch all the continents, and I've been on trips to all the continents. So that's one. That's not really before I retire, but by the time I'm 30, hopefully. But yeah, it is before I retire.
Yeah,
so,
very cool.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.